Because I come from a very poor background. I was raised by my mother. My dad played a little role, but my mom played the most crucial and the most important role. She's the main reason behind my success.
Abusia aha Ghana Diaspora TV na me kai say obe subscribe no wa share na afoforo so nya bia hwe abusia party bi koso ewo Ghana esi we de twam anya asem keto akra na mi se sika ne kase bi nso so ayeden apie mu wo hono mu a ono so se Ghana de emi se dabro nya sika I was so show ma manfo hu say yes sika na ba enti abranti timi bo moden e de Davido Sarkodie and Stonebwoy and yes ba go be the diamond na sika yes was spending enya asem ketwa ye the list ni na beto ye be kan yes nya asem ketwa what pressure egu nkofo so pa nya asem ketwa na die ntia ama ye video say abranti not England okotena bo chiri kakra be hoso ya no hwe abrabo no so ntimi ene se no be kofie na chiri woko ye no na afi wotima kwa komeki enti ni ye kai mo se wo diaspora na ye wo se ntimi mekia obesu nyansa obefa nimde wa ha no de akọ ana de akọ eden akomeki enti ebe mo ahwe funi a etwagu ni kakra na ne course no so ono so atena se bolare aye ni interview amu aka ekwan ofa so a obeye yi chese ensem no de ana odin ebi nso so de abase wo okot ni na aye de picture ne beto so omo se ne ring bi e hye no na da bia no na hye no na de chese ensem de Ghana de se mo amonitu ya wo ye ya na ye ka ho ensem enti mo menko ne yenko nkotie de koye.
Endra, the biggest birthday happen in Ghana. Bugatti near the fridge. 1 minute be Anthony paper on paper. Or simple the Zara man who said the outfit in the bet me a Tony pa kidney ni liver. Nani shoe ni crowd the better intestines. When him wechi a home car wom girl we no mo bomano. Salad we no mo boss hand me mano. No big ados be that. No big ados be that. If we are saying now bien woni mu nsi no mo say kwame despite or say kwame hwe obonsi ni video we ya part 1 and part 2 part 1 ni part 2 me post no stage na kakra ka sa no birthday stage no comment I will never be poor in Jesus name. Was no chiche mo ye wo red ye wo yellow ye wo green and ye wo white. Enti red room no ra ho no ma bibia wo bia ye red and a golden room no ra ho no ma bibia ho bia ye yellow and aqua or blue na ho so ra ho bibia ye and ha say ye white into white and entrance no so ye white inside no so ye white. Official DJs na ba ko ye DJ wallpaper lighting kwa na was a event na se yakoso mbo dam kura ntimi ma light say etitirofo e ba ho be ye ha we ye van vika o hwe no wetu ni chero say we minim ni di ba me ye sure say ye James Garden wo lady ni tiri no when you the only boss with 1S and the crystal eye event be say they wuntimi nko wa bra wo hu J Foley wa chale lady be ni hwan ni ma wo wiase Mr. Drew so ba be pie mu se na me ka chero ni di Bugatti na she fridge monti 1 minute bia na paper on paper enti actors ni TV personalities no mu nyina ba mami we minim nya ne mami ni ba na tade ne senior man we se man se boys we nyina so so wo hu oni hu fe etitirofo be pie ma na o ma o di kukuo nso ba ye nso be pie mo mu punu ye ja ko kuta di ni kwabena nso be pie me outfit ni o say kwaku mi designer na ye suit ni ma me de to form boko secretary hwa de bia da form nso enti anwea D Black nso be piem na fa influencers Josephine tin so ba senior man Harold amenya nso no oginem black voter ni afiche ganso be ginem we e black voter me twins no na le Lola nso ba be piem wo ho Bilson by we e kwabos and a YouTube sensation headless YouTuber. Charlie, I swear to God on say girl no she say wine no me see them. Hey my phone. Crystal so na ye MC ni wo red carpet ni. Charlie Jackie be pie mu na say awon fe fo nko a. Jackie dey go say agigi Ghana 11 ni na the man. Say the man dey ma wura mfi Bugatti na she fridge ni na 1 minute be paper. Me ni me baby girl ni o Gisalam Ponsa. Untimi no but lady we see your daughter mo ka just me nya so throat to me abdomen no be hwe me ya. We is so African. Nightlife no dimu tintim. We AMG juicy senior man. We your waist be chicken man pizza man would when she the last year the sexiest actress in Ghana right now won't go for me no my is about finding from Afi any zoo Mr. Mo agye no she white we na ye hwan e mo re fridge sell as suit no Wesley Kesi be PM wo oba wo ho no bi ana agent so ba official DJ ni MC ni de wo be padi senior man we yo any so 1 minute be organ ti em pe Ghana card ma senior man 1 minute be na paper Bugatti ni wo paper ama Beland no hwe na ho ofe no si akotaji na ho ofe ni super califragilistic ama Beland na ho ofe na is COVID ama ya de brown so be PM hwa ama na ti ho no onye gidigidi o very demure na chi de ran so ginem sa abele aba medical so ne baba Sadiq nso be PM senior man when su Kennedy Japan ba no senior man I say na takumtala fo na ehia so ohun Reverend Skin Quaps anche bia na birthday boy ne ba esikafo no munya bibia gidi hweti bia oyɛ ne nan esikafo asare no 1 2 1 omun sazu ndin komo nche o Chris chicken man we waka bi rich contour over there esikafo sere dance gidi dance god nso be PM de to form pitch obi nso akum sisire kwabran fo de ato ne kɔ senior hype man enjoyment actually na your friend so onkoto na djuma so na wo enjoy artist so me performing na ba ko ye kidi efia so ba be performing incoming artist of the year can promise so be say ba twese na so ahon fa ne very demure iya so be J Mike e performing unim say ye dan ya Stonebwoy be once you diamond platinum on free Ghana asati wura akɔ de pon be de pon so be pie senior man na watam Davido dini free Nigeria back and say can promise ka kyerɛ me ne men kan kyerɛ mo ana me ka kyerɛ mo be ma mo remfi Bugatti na ɛhwɛ fridge mu na 1 minute bia so ye pepa wono wo pepa we ye part 1 o part 2 ne banti nyabotre pa
ticket. I can't change my mind. I have to go back home. So right after, and let me tell you this: when I finished school, I called my mom and my sister. I told them that I am coming back home next week. My mother was like, "Hold on a second. What did you say?
What in the world are you
saying?
saying?
Back home." I said, "What are you coming to do? Have you done anything wrong there? Are you in trouble? Are people looking for you?" I said, "No." They said, "So why? People are in a queue waiting to get embassy
visa
queuing
to go.
at the embassy trying to get visa to go, and you are there, and you said you are coming. Why?" I said, "Ma'am, I went to school. I'm done with school." He said, "Yes, but stay on, look for job, work, make money so that you can send me money so that you can become a better person. Don't come here."
Which is the norm for many people. You go to school, you stay there. And
Yes. So I told her, "No, I want to come." So she was like, "Oh, my enemies have gotten me." my mom was like, "The enemies have gotten."
It must have been a tough one for you.
It was a very tough one.
Because you love your mom and you were actually going against her will.
Yes. So it was a very tough decision. At a point, I almost nearly changed my mind, but I was like, no, I had to go. So I realized that they were not willing to come to terms with me that I was coming back home, okay? So I just left them. I'm like, well, when I get to Ghana, I'm already in Ghana. We'll figure it out. So a day before I left, I called them and told them that I am actually coming. My flight is landing at this time, so they can come for me. So when I came to Ghana, I didn't know what to do. I had to figure out things, understand, because I've left the system, so I had to spend some months to adjust into the system a little. But there's something intriguing that happened. So in Polygon, where we lived, when someone comes from the UK, Europe, US, or what have you, people in the community perceive you to be somebody who is rich. Oh. They assume that once you
that's the perception.
That's the perception in the local community there. So I realized that many people were coming to knock on my door and ask me to lend them like 500 cedis, 1,000 cedis, 2,000 cedis. Some they want 500 cedis to pay their children's school fees. They'll give it to me when the month ends.
Okay.
Some come for ask me for 2,000 to pay a medical bill for their sick child or spouse, and they'll give it to me at a particular date. And I was getting many of these requests because they perceive that I have money because I've come from Europe. And I've also learned in the business school that these things, when they come, they are opportunities. Where there are problems, there are opportunities. When you find a problem, you fake it. It's a business opportunity for you. So then I was like, okay, if these people will come to me asking me for 500 cedis, 1,000 cedis, 2,000 cedis at a particular, for them to pay at a particular date, why don't I rather set up a business formally to give them these 500 cedis, 1,000 cedis, 2,000 cedis?
This is interesting because for many it would have been a problem and you would have written them off and sacked them. You saw a business opportunity in there.
I had never worked in any financial institution before. I had no knowledge of running a financial institution. Wow. I have no banking experience or what have you. This is how I encountered.
And you were how old? Because you must have been in your 20s, right?
I started my company with 24 years.
24 years?
Yes.
You're a visionary.
Yes. So 24 years, I was like, okay, if this is what these people in my community are coming to ask, then let me register a business where the business was called Quick Credit. So I set up Quick Credit. And okay, come now formally. I announced to all of them that if you need money, come and let me give you. But guess what? I didn't have money anyway.
I was going to ask you, where did you get the funds from then?
I didn't have money anyway. I was having very little money then. It's about $1,000. And so what I did was that there was a small shop in front of my grandfather's house where we all lived. You know, my mom and my aunties and uncles and like. So I asked my mother to give me access to a small space there. That is where I started.
In that shop?
In that shop where I
So
started.
you didn't have a formal office?
No, I didn't.
It was just a tabletop business when you
It was a
started?
tabletop business and
You're
a small
kidding me?
business. That's where I started. Yeah. Well, the office is just the size of where we are sitting, right here, just a small place here. Wow. And that's where we started. So it was just about 2 of us who started the business. Wow. And what I did was that when I was coming back from the UK, those days was the era of plasma TV. If you recall, plasma TV.
Exactly. Yeah.
So when I was coming, I came back with a 42-inch plasma TV, a home theater, and then I had just about $1,000 on pounds on me.
Pounds, okay.
And I went to my mother one day in the house, and I told my mom that, Mom, the TV that I've come to fix for you, that you are watching with my sister, I want to go and sell it. This was like, are you mad? Okay. So do you understand why I begged you not to come back to Ghana? Do you understand why I begged you not to come? Now you have begin selling your belongings, your properties. Wow. My mother started sharing tears. Wow. That I'd gotten, because in this local community, our parents always see it as a taboo for you to begin selling your personal belongings. Exactly. So once you begin selling your personal belongings, then you are at your very, very low. So So I told her, yes, I want to go and sell it. She shouldn't worry. And that
you didn't tell her for what?
I told her.
You did. Okay.
But then I started the business with the little money that I have.
Right.
But then I realized that after giving loans to just about 5 people, my money was finished. I had given loans to 5 people, my money was finished. And there was still demand. So I needed to generate money through other means to invest into the business for growth. My mother was watching me. I started on fixing this TV, placed it in the box, and I took it to Accra Post Office. There's a place they call Zongo Lane. Cow Lane, there's Zongo Lane there. I took it there. Those days when you take a plasma TV by 30 minutes, it was at that time, plasma TV was a hot commodity. Yes. Once you took it there by 30 minutes, they would have given you money because there's somebody ready to sell to. So I took it there, the home theater, I took everything and sold them.
You sold everything on the day, Richard?
I sold them the same day. I went by 2 hours, I sold the money, I bought them. And the next day, I had customers in line that I had to call them and say, come for your
family didn't have a TV to watch, no music to listen to or radio, because you've sold all those items. Home theater. Yeah. You were not bothered?
I was very bothered. I was very emotional about it. I was very, very down when I was doing that. I wasn't really stubborn about it at all. One of the best moments in my life was when I replaced that TV. So about 6 months or say 8 months down the line,
you did
the 42-inch TV that I sold. I brought them a 50-inch TV back.
Wow.
Yes, I brought them a home theater, and now business was growing, business was doing well, so I could afford a whole lot of things.
Today you can buy 1 million plasma TVs if give it the chance. Why?